Santanji, can you please go live and record? Thank you. Record also, please.
This being recorded.
Both started. We'll start. Shrutismritipurananam alayam karunalayam namami bhagavatpada Shankaram Lokashankaram Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. With the abundant blessings of our Acharya Swamiji, we are now coming to the close of Shruti Shatakam of Mookapanchashati by his grace. So we go to shloka number 92. Mami.
त्वमेव सति चण्डिका त्वमसि देवि चामुण्डिका त्वमेव परमातृका त्वमपि योगिनी रूपिणी त्वमेव किल शाम्भवी त्वमसि कामकोटिजया त्वमेव विजया त्वयि त्रिजगदम्ब किं भ्रूमहे.
Tvameva Sati Chandika. Sati is an address. We are addressing Kamakshi as Sati. Sati is the name given by Daksha to his daughter Dakshayani. Sati means Pativrata. O Sati, Tvameva Chandika. You alone are, that is, Devi's various forms are described in this shloka one by one. Tvameva Chandika. You are the Chandika, which means terrible Devi, killer of Asuras. Tvamasi Devi Chamundika. You are also known as Chamundika, killer of Chanda and Munda, as we know from Durga Saptashati. Tvameva Paramatrika. Matrika means the 51 aksharas to ksha of the Sanskrit alphabet. They are known as matrikas. The very term matrika means they are all forms of Devi. Without Devi's blessing, no letter has come into being. That means no literature has come into being. Veda has come into being, Shastras have come into being only by grace of Devi. That is indicated in the very name given to the Aksharas, Matrika. Also, if you can term Paramatrika means superior Matrika. That means of all Matrika, of all Aksharas, something called the superior, that is Om. Om is the Paramatrika. You can interpret that way also, or you can interpret all the 51 Aksharas as Paramatrika. Tomapi Yogini Rupini. You are of the form of Yogini. Yogini means always in a state of yoga. Yogini means always in a state of yoga. Yogini is the feminine form of yogi. Who is yogi? One who has attuned himself to Paramatma. He is called yogi because there is no difference between him and Paramatma. He has attuned himself 100%. That is called yoga. Now, Yogini Rupini means there are 64 yoginis attending on Devi. 64 yoginis attending on Devi. They, in Sri Chakra, they lead you across the Nava Avaranas, 9 Avaranas, from Trailokya Mohanam to Sarvananda Mayam. So that progression is achieved with the help of these 64 yoginis. Similarly, in chakras, the 6 chakras in the human body, same yoginis lead you across the chakras to Sahasrara Chakra. So yoginis are important for our progression in our sadhana. Tvameva kila Shambhavi. That means the Devi herself has taken the form of Yogini. Yoginis are not different from Devi. That is the meaning of Yogini Rupini. Tvameva kila Shambhavi. You are the consort of Shambhu, Shiva. One meaning. Another meaning is Shambhavi is a very technical name given to a certain mantra shakti attained through a specific yoga practice. There is a specific yoga practice which leads to a certain mantra shakti, which is called Shambhavi Shakti. Twamasi Kamakoti, you are Kamakoti, we have seen this before. Jaya, Twameva Vijaya, you alone are Jaya, you alone are Vijaya. Jaya and Vijaya are the attendants of immediate close attendants of Devi. Immediate close attendant as Devi herself in certain kshetras. There are two kshetras associated, one with Jaya, another with Vijaya in the north. So Jaya and Vijaya are forms of Devi. Swayi Sri Jagadamba, you are the mother of all the three worlds. Sri Jagat Amba, Amba means mother. You are the mother of all the three worlds. Swayi Kim Brumahe, when you are Trijagadamba, Swayi Trijagadamba Kim Brumahe, when you are mother of all the three worlds, that means you know everything. What should we say? Kim Brumahe means what should we speak? What should we describe? We have described whatever we know, a little bit of your various glories. What more can we say? So, O Sati, you are Chandika, you are Chamundika, you are the Aksharas of the alphabet, you are Om, you are of the form of 64 yoginis, you are the consort of Shambhu, you are the Shambhavi Shakti achieved through specific yoga practice, you are Kamakoti, you are Jaya, you are Vijaya. When you are mother of three worlds, what should we say? Next.
परे जननी पार्वती प्रणतपालिनी प्रातिभप्रधात्री परमेश्वरी त्रिजगदाश्रिते शाश्वते त्रयम्बककुटुम्बिनी त्रिपद मयि विधेहि कामाक्षिते.
The prayer is for her sidelong glance, Vikshanam Videhi. Pare Janani Parvati. You are the supreme mother, Pare Janani, because our own mother is our mother. Everybody has got a physical mother, that is Janani. Now, all of us have got a common mother, that is Pare Janani, supreme mother. Parvati, daughter of Himavan. Pranata Palini, one who protects those who worship. Pranata, worshipper, Palini, protector. Pratibha Pradatri. Pradatri means bestower, giver. Giver of Pratibha. What is Pratibha? Pratibha is intuitive jnana, not jnana received from books. Intuitive jnana which helps you to have a vision of Devi in your heart. That is called the Pratibha. Superior jnana. It's not ordinary jnana. Intuitive superior jnana, superior splendor, superior intellect, all this is covered in Pratibha. Pratibha Pradatri, giver of Pratibha. Parameshwari, Supreme Ishwari. Sri Jagat Ashrite. Ashrite means you are the refuge. Ashraya is refuge. You are the refuge of Sri Jagat, all the three worlds. Shashwate, you are eternal. There is nothing which is called eternal in this world. We know it. Everything is transient. It lives here for a short time and then disappears. But Devi is the only Shashwati Shakti, eternal Shakti. Triyambaka Kutumbini. Triyambaka is Shiva, Shiva with three eyes. Kutumbini, consort of Shiva. Tripada Sangini. Sangini means associated. Tanga is association. Associated with Tripada. Tripada means three steps, three phrases. Now, Tripada is a term normally associated with Gayatri. Tripada Gayatri, because there are three phrases in Gayatri. Any Gayatri, not only the Gayatri which is chanted by Brahmanas during Sandhya Vandanam, not only that Gayatri, any other Gayatri, Vishnu Gayatri, Lakshmi Gayatri, Saraswati Gayatri, Rama Gayatri, any Gayatri. You take any Gayatri, they are all Tripadas, three phrases. Now, so it refers to Gayatri, Gayatris of all Devatas. It also refers to three paths, Karma, Bhakti and Jnana, three paths associated with three paths. Only because of Devi's grace, we have these three paths. Otherwise, we will be wandering here and there without knowing which is the correct path. Another meaning is, this is the hidden meaning, the more important meaning. Tripada is something which is not manifest. Purusha Suktam says that only 1/4 of Paramatma is manifest as the word. 3/4 not manifest, unmanifest. Padasya Vishwa Bhutani Tripadasya Amritam Divi. It says Tripadasya Amritam Divi. The 3/4 part is Amritam Divi. It is in sky. Amritam, immortal. It cannot be manifest. What is manifest? Padasya Vishwa Bhutani. Asya Padha. Only 1/4. Padha means 1/4. 1/4 is Bhutani Vishwa. All these living beings, all these universes. Vishwa, plural. All these universes, not just our universe. All the living beings, everything is important meaning. Trikshane, having, we know the three eyes, we have been seeing that. Three Shakti Mayi, she is in the form of three Shaktis, three powers. Iksha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, and Jnana Shakti. Three Shakti Mayi. Kamakshi, Mayi, te Vikshanam Nidhehi. Mayi in me, te Vikshanam, your glance, Nidhehi. Please direct your. You are the supreme mother. You are the protector of those who worship you, and you are the bestower of superior intellect, intuitive jnana. You are the supreme Ishwari. You are the refuge of all the three worlds, and you are eternal as opposed to the world which is transient. And you are the consort of Triyambaka Shiva, and you are associated with Tripada Gayatri. You are associated with the three paths, karma, bhakti, and jnana. You are also associated with the 3/4 unmanifest, and while only 1/4 is manifest universes, and you are having three eyes, and you are in the form of three Shaktis, Iksha, Kriya, and Jnana. And please direct your glance. Is the prayer.
मनोधुरोत्सवं विस्वयं प्रभव वैखरी विपिन वीथिकालम्बिनी अहो शिशिरिता कृपा मधुरसेन कम्पातटे चराचर विधायिनी चलति कापि चिन्मञ्जरी.
Last line, Chalati Kapi Chinmanjari. Chinmanjari is the noun, is the subject of description. Kapi, somebody whom I cannot describe. Chalati is moving around. Kampatate is moving around on the banks of river Kampa. Who is moving around? Chinmanjari. Manjari is a bunch of flowers. Flower bouquet, that is called Manjari. Chinmanjari. This is not an ordinary flower bunch. This is consciousness, awareness is in the form of a flower bunch. That is a poet's imagination. Consciousness is not in the form of a flower bunch. He is imagining consciousness, because consciousness is something which is beyond imagination, but he is giving a form to it in the form of Manjari, in the form of flower bunch. Now, what is the flower bench doing? That is the description. Mano Madhukarotsavam Viddadhati Manisha Jusham. Manisha Jusham. For those who are reveling in intellect, for intellectuals, Manisha is intellect, Jusha is taking delight, reveling. Those who are delighted in intellect, for them, Mano Madhukara Utsavam Vidadhati. Vidadhati means giving, distributing. Mano Madhukara, Madhukara is bee. Manaha Madhukaraha Utsavam. Utsavam means festivity. She is giving festivity has to go with the flower, the bee, which is the mind. For that mind, it is Utsavam, it is activity. Swayam Prabhava Vaikhari Vipina Vithika Lambini. Swayam Prabhava, manifesting by itself. What is manifesting by itself? Only Vedas, because Vaikhari is word. Vaikhari is Shabda, which you can hear. We have seen that before. The 4 stages of sound. The last sound which comes from the throat is called the Vaikhari. We have seen it before. So when rishis were able to have vision of Vedas and they gave expression through their mouth, then it became Vaikhari. When they had a vision, it was Para stage. Para, Pashyanti, Madhyama. Then finally they gave expression and they gave Upadesha to their Shishyas. Then it became Vaikhari. So Swayam is Vedas. Vedas are like what? Vipina Vithika. Vipina means forest. Vedas are like forest. Means what? That in forest, can you go and count how many trees are there, how many creepers are there, how many flowers are there? Nobody can count. It is beyond numberless. Similarly, Vedas are beyond imagination, numberless. Whatever we have, so many shakhas, they are all very, very small number. Even Vyasa had much. Only 3 shakhas of Samaveda. That is how it is. So, Vipine forest, Vithika. Vithika means road, the main road. The main road of the forest of Vedas, Lambini. Lambini means hanging. What is hanging? This flower bunch is hanging because Chinmanjari is what? That means the consciousness in the form of a flower bunch is hanging in the main road in the forest of Vedas. That means what? The essence of Vedas is Devi. That is consciousness. The essence of Vedas is consciousness. I know all the Vedas, but I have not developed any awareness of Devi. I don't have any faith in Devi's consciousness. Then I have not studied any Veda. So Veda's essential spirit is consciousness of Devi. Aho Shishirita Kripa Madhurasena. Shishirita means coolness. Aho means what a wonder. Shishirita means coolness. Coolness by sweetness of honey, which is compassion. Madhurasa is sweetness of honey. What is sweetness of honey? Kripa, compassion. Compassion is the sweetness of honey. With that, she is cool. The flower bunch is cool because of the honey. Kripa Madhurasena Shishirita Kampatate Chalati Charachara Vidhaini. It's not an ordinary flower bunch which you are seeing every day in the trees. It's a very rare flower bunch. What is the flower bunch doing? It is creating all the moving and non-moving objects. Chara, achara, moving and non-moving objects. Vidhayini. She is the one who creates in all the 3 worlds. Can any flower bunch create worlds? 3 worlds. That is the contrast. So there is a flower bunch on the banks of river Kampa, which is moving there, which is consciousness, which is taken a form of flower bunch, and it provides festivity to the mind, which is the bee of those who revel in intellect, great intellectuals, and it is hanging in the main street of the forest of Vedas, and it is very cool by the sweet honey, which is actually compassion, and she is actually the creator of all moving and non-moving objects. Next.
कलावती कलामृतो मुकुटसीम्नि लीलावती गृहावती महेश्वरे भुवनमोहने भास्वती प्रभावती रमे सदा महितरूप शोभावती त्वरावती परे सतां गुरुकृपाम्बुधारावती.
Further description of Devi. Kalavati Kalabhritaha. Kalabhritaha is the moon. Kala means the digit of the moon, one who bears the digit, that is moon. Kalabhritaha Kalavati. Kalavati means one who is holding a digit of the moon. Kalabhritaha is moon. Kalavati is holder of the Kala, he is using two times. Holding the Kala in her Mukuta Simni, in the area of her crown. Leelavati, she is doing everything in sport. There is nothing which is done with effort. For us, everything is an effort. For Devi, everything is a sport. Prihavati Maheshware. Maheshware in Shiva. Prihavati. Priha means desire. She has a desire for Shiva. She wants to be in the company of Shiva. Bhuvana Mohane Bhaswati. Bhaswati means shining. Shining with rays. Shining with rays. What kind of rays? Bhuvana Mohane. It stupefies the whole world. Her rays, shining rays, stupefy the whole world. Bhuvana Mohane Bhaswati. Prabhavati, she is having extraordinary radiance. Mahita Rupa Shobhavati. Mahita Rupa, glorious form. Her form is glorious. Devi has taken many forms. We have been seeing. We have been also seeing in various temples. They are all Mahita. They are all glorious. Shobha, they are also very splendid. Her forms, her splendor are all very glorious. Swaravati Pare. This is very interesting. Here Paraha refers to Shiva, the supreme Shiva. Swaravati, she is very quick. She is very quick in going to Shiva. That means she is always looking for Shiva. When Shiva is there, she rushes to him. Swaravati means one who rushes, one who goes quickly towards Shiva. Tatam Guru Kripa Ambudharavati. Ambudhara is shower of water. Now, what kind of shower here? Kripa Ambudhara, compassion in the form of shower. Not just ordinary shower, not just drizzling. This is Guru Kripa. Guru means large. Large shower of compassion to those who are satam, who are virtuous, not for everybody. To those who are virtuous, she gives a large shower, a huge shower of compassion. So this is the kind of description of all kinds of attributes of Devi are put together here. So she holds the digit of moon in her crown area. She does everything as a sport. She has desire for Shiva. She stupefies, she deludes the whole world by her radiance, and her radiance is extraordinary. Mahita Rupa Shobhavati, her form, her splendor is all very grand, very great, and she is very quick to approach Shiva, and she has a shower of compassion, large shower of compassion for those who are virtuous. In that kind of Devi, Sada Rame, I always delight. My mind always delights in this kind of Devi Shakti. Next.
त्वयैव जगदम्बया भुवनमण्डलं सूयते त्वयैव करुणाद्रया तदपि रक्षणं नीयते त्वयैव खरकोपया नयनपावके हूयते त्वयैव किल नित्यया जगति सन्ततं स्थीयते
Tvayaiva Jagadambaya, by you alone, Tvaya Eva, by you alone, who are the mother of all the three worlds, Bhuvana Mandalam Suyate, the mandala of the world, mandala means the zone, the area, the whole zone of all the world is Suyate. Suyate means created. Prasava is coming from this word Su. Suyate means created, like a Prasava. She delivers the whole world as a mother, Jagata Ambaya. Tvayaiva karunardraya tadapi rakshanam niyate. Having created the world, who will go and do the protection? That you alone are doing. Tvayaiva, by you alone. Karuna ardraya, because you are wet with compassion. Ardra means wet, we have seen before. You are wet with compassion. That means what? Wet means what? You are full immersed in compassion. You always have compassion. Because of that, tadapi means that world which was created by you, rakshanam niyate. Niyate means led or done. Protection is done for that world by your compassion. Tvayaiva kharakopaya nayana pavake huyate. When the time comes for absorption of the universe, then what happens? You assume enormous anger. Kharakopaya means ugrakopa, terrible anger. So by assuming harsh anger, Tvaya eva, by you alone, Nayana Pavake, Pavaka means Agni. In the Agni of the eye, she has a third eye, which is Agni, like Shiva. So Nayana Pavake, Huyate, Huyate means given as oblation. What we provide in Agni is called Homa, isn't it? That's called Huyate. Huyate means given as Homa, given as offering in the Agni. What is given as offering? The same three worlds which were created because of terrible anger. At the time, when the time comes, she offers as oblation in the fire of I. Tvayaiva kila nityaya jagati santatam sthiyate. That is, the worlds are created, worlds are protected, worlds are destroyed. Then is there anything constant? Because the world is always being created, world is always being protected, world is always being destroyed. What is constant? You alone are constant. Tvayaiva kila, you alone are nityaya, you are nitya, you are eternal. You are eternal. Jagati santatam sthiyate. In this world, santatam, always. Because you are eternal, you are nitya, so it is santatam. If you are not nitya, it cannot be santatam. You are eternal, so here also, in the world also, santatam, always sthiyate. Sthiyate means sthira. That means firm. If there anything unchanging, sthiyate means anything unchanging. If there anything unchanging in this world, always it is there. What is that? Nitya, because you are eternal. Your Shakti alone is there in all the three worlds. By you, who are the mother of three worlds, the zone of the universe is created. By you alone, who are wet with compassion, the protection of all the three worlds is led, is done. When the time comes, by you alone, because of your harsh anger, the whole world is offered as an oblation in the fire of the eye, and by you alone, there is an unchanging Shakti in this world always, because you are Nitya, you are eternal. Next.
चराचर जगन्मयीं सकलहृन्मयीं चिन्मयीं गुणत्रयमयीं जगत्त्रयमयीं त्रिधामामयीं परापरमयीं सदा दश दिशां निशाकर्मयीं परां सततसन्मयीं परमचिन्मयीं शीलये.
Charachara Jaganmayim. You are in the form of the world which has moving and non-moving objects. That means world is not different from you. That is what we have to understand. Because world is pervaded by Devi. There is nothing other than Devi. World is only an illusion. That is our Advaita theory, isn't it? There is no world actually. There is only Devi, only Paramatma. But we are construing various objects, moving and non-moving objects, without seeing the Devi behind those objects. That is the meaning. So, Charachara Jaganmayim, you are of the world, you are in the form of the world, with all non-moving and moving objects. Sakala Hrinmayim Chinmayim, you are of the form of consciousness in the hearts of all beings. Sakala Hrinmayim, you are of the form of all the hearts, first of all the hearts are you, all beings are yourself, all the hearts are yourself. And inside those hearts, there is a consciousness, isn't it? That is how we operate. We are able to speak, we are able to do so many things. How? Because there is consciousness in our body. Who is that consciousness? In all the bodies, there is some consciousness. Who is that? That is only Devi. So you are of the form of consciousness in all the hearts, and hearts themselves are yourself. Gunatraya Mayim. You are of the form of the three gunas, because all the world is composed of three gunas: Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. We have seen it before. Without these gunas, there is no creation. Jagatraya Mayim. You are of the form of all the three worlds. What are the three worlds? One is this earth, another is the worlds above, Antariksha, and there is one more world above, that is Swarga. So earth, Antariksha, and Swarga, or earth and the worlds above and the worlds below, like Patala, etc. Tridhama Mayim. Here Dhama means light. You are of the form of three lights, because without those lights, no function can happen in all the worlds. All the worlds are functional because of the three lights. What are those three lights? Surya, Chandra, and Agni. Without Surya, without Chandra, without Agni, not a moment can be spent in any of the three worlds. So you are the form, you are the, out of compassion, you have taken those forms. Para Mayim, Para Apara Mayim. You are superior, you are inferior. Para Apara. You are superior, you are inferior. What is superior and what is inferior? It can be interpreted in many ways. One way is manifest and unmanifest. We saw that before. 3/4 is unmanifest, only 1/4 is manifest. Another way is Saguna and Nirguna. Nirguna is Para, Saguna is Apara. Because Saguna is always secondary. We have to finally reach Nirguna. Why we have to reach Nirguna? What is wrong with being Saguna? Because Saguna will leave us. When we leave this body, Saguna will leave us. When we leave this body, only Nirguna we have to catch hold of. That is why we say that Jnana, Advaita Jnana has to be given to us. That is Para, Apara. There is another way of interpreting. Para is Brahman, Apara is this creation. This creation which is nothing but Maya. So that also can be another interpretation. Another interpretation is Paravidya and Aparavidya. Upanishads are talking of two vidyas. Paravidya is the direct vision of Devi, that is Paravidya. Only Jnanis have Paravidya. Aparavidya is everything else, all Vidya, whatever we call as Vidya, including Vedas, Shastras, all Laukika Vidya, secular education, everything comes under Aparavidya, according to Upanishad. Paravidya is direct vision of Devi, Paramatma, that is Para. So Para, Apara. So both are same. Both are Devi only. It's only an illusion. Sada, always. Dasha Disham, in all the 10 directions. There is no direction without her presence. Nisha Aharmayim. Nisha is night, Ahas is day. You are of the form of day and night, because day and night are formed by Devi. Without her, there is no day, there is no night. Param, you are the superior, the highest force. Satata Sanmayim Kinmayim. You are of the form of Sat, you are of the form of Chit, always. This we have seen before. Just now we saw Nirguna Brahman. Nirguna Brahman is Sat and Chit and Ananda. So, existence and consciousness. Manasi Shilaye. Sada Manasi Shilaye. I always meditate. Shilaya means meditation. I always meditate in my mind on these aspects which are described here in the form of Devi. Devi has taken the form. That is, whatever you do, whatever you speak, whatever you hear, whatever activity you are engaged in, everything should be seen as Devi. That is the meaning of this shloka, purport of this shloka. So you have taken the form of moving and non-moving objects in all the three worlds. You are of the form of all hearts of all beings. You are of the form of consciousness in all those hearts. And you are of the form of three gunas, three qualities, sattva, rajas, and tamas, three attributes. And you are of the form of three worlds, this world as well as the worlds above and the worlds below. Tridhama Mayim. You are of the form of three lights, Surya, Chandra, and Agni. You are Para and Apara. You are Brahman and Maya. And you are of the form of 10 directions. You are of the form of day and night. You are always of the form of Sat and Chit, existence and awareness. I meditate on you in this form in my mind, always, Sada. Next.
जय जगदम्बिके करकुटुम्बिनी वक्त्ररुचा जितशरदम्बुजे घनविडम्बिनि केशरुचा परमवलम्बनं कुरु सदा पररूपधरे मम गद संविदो जडिमडम्बर ताण्डविनः.
This is a prayer for her support, Devi's support. First, he praises her, then he prays to her. Jaya Jagadambike, it is a praise. Oh, victory to you who are the mother of three worlds. Harakutumbini, you are of the family of Shiva, you are the consort of Shiva. Vaktra Rucha, Jita Sharadambuje, Vaktra Rucha, by the radiance of your face, you are defeating the lotus of Sharatkala, of autumn. Because lotus, it seems, gives the maximum radiance during autumn. So he is saying Sharadambuja. Ambuja also is given a time, not always, not all the 12 months. During Sharatkala, during autumn, Ambuja, the lotus, has got a special radiance, and your radiance of face defeats even that. Ghana Vidambini, Kesharucha, Kesharucha, by the radiance of your hair, Ghana means cloud. Vidambini means ridiculing. You are making a mockery of cloud by the radiance of your hair. This we have seen before. Sada Pararupa Dhare. Pararupa Dhare. All your forms are glorious. You are assuming glorious form. Pararupa, superior forms. That means what? You meditate on any form of Devi, you can attain Devi. It's not that one form is superior, another form is not so superior. Not like that. All forms are superior only. That's why he says, whatever form you take, that is Pararupa. Pararupa Dhare. So, this is the description. Now there is a prayer. What is the prayer? Mama Gata Samvidaha. Gata Samvidaha. Mama, for me, Samvit Jnana, we have seen before. That means superior Jnana, not ordinary Jnana. That is called Samvit. Viti Jnana. Superior Jnana, Gataha. That is gone from me. That means I am an ignorant fellow. There is no Samvit Jnana with me. Not, okay, I am an ignorant fellow, I am a stupid fellow. At least I can be normal. I am not even normal. Jadima Dambara Tandavinaha. Whatever little I know of the world, I think I have known everything. So, Tandavinaha, I dance. Tandavinaha means dance. Dambara, Jadima Dambara. Jadima means ignorant. Jadya, inertia. Ignorance, with the pomp of ignorance or entanglement of ignorance, I am entangled. Dabra means entanglement or pomp. I am entangled in ignorance, and then I start dancing. Ignorance is a pleasure for me. I start dancing because jnana has departed from me. I have no jnana. So, sada kuru param avalambanam. So, in this ignorant state, you are the only support. Avalambanam means support. Karavalamba stotram we say, isn't it? Kara avalamba. You hold my hand. You give your support. You give your hand as support. So similarly, Param Avalambanam Guru, please give me your superior support. Param Avalamban, not ordinary support. Your support is not ordinary support. So superior support, please give me always. Because if you leave my hand at any time, then I will be in trouble. I am always dancing with ignorance. So Param Avalambanam Guru means you give me your feet so that I will catch hold of your feet. That is the meaning. So, victory to you, mother of the worlds. Victory to you, consort of Shiva. You defeat the autumnal lotus by the radiance of your face. You ridicule the clouds by the radiance of your hair. All your forms are superior. And I am in a state from whom jnana has departed. Superior jnana is not present in me. I am a stupid fellow, ignorant fellow, and I dance with the pomp of ignorance. That's what we see, na? People who make a spectacle of themselves with their wealth, with their scholarship, and so on. That's what it means. Jarima Dambara Tandavinaha. So please give me your superior support. Next.
भुवन जननि भूषा भूतचन्द्रे नमस्ते कलुष समनि कंपातीरगे नमस्ते निखिल निगम वेद्ये नित्यरूपे नमस्ते परशिवमयि पाशच्छेदहस्ते नमस्ते.
Now he is coming to the close of Stuti Shatakam, so he is prostrating repeatedly to Devi. He says, Bhuvana Janani, mother of all the world, Bhusha Bhuta Chandre. Bhusha means Abharana, ornament. Having Chandra, having moon as your ornament, I prostrate to you. Kalusha Shamani, you destroy all my sins, all my deficiencies. Kalusha is sin, defect, everything. All the Shamani you destroy. Kampatira Gehe. Gehe means Griha. You have your abode is on the banks of Kampa river. Nikhila Nigama Vedye. Vedye means to be known. Nikhila Nigama by all Vedas. You are known by all Vedas. That means all Vedas point only to you. If somebody says, I have studied some Veda, and if he says, I don't know Devi, that means he has not studied Veda. That is the meaning. In fact, Bhagavan says in Gita, Vedaishcha sarvair ahameva vedyaha. Vedantakrit Veda videva chaham. Vedaishcha sarvaihi ahameva vedyaha. By all Vedas, ahameva vedyaha. I alone or to be known. Who is to be known by Vedas? Ahameva. Only Bhagavan. The same thing is mentioned here. Nikhila Nigama Vedye. The one who is to be known by all the Vedas is Devi. Nitya Rupe. Her form is eternal. It is not as if Devi's form is there today, it will not be there tomorrow. In all the yugas, at all the times, she has her form. Why she takes the form? Because of compassion to jivas. Otherwise, she is Nirakara. Parashivamayi, you are of the supreme auspiciousness. You are of the form of supreme auspiciousness or form of Parameshwara. You are of the form of Parameshwara is not different from you. So you are of the form of Parameshwara. When I say Parameshwara, I say Devi only. That is another meaning. Pashacheda haste. By your hand, you are destroying all my attachment. Pasha is attachment. The string which binds us to the objects is Pasha. Pasha is a string, rope. That rope is being cut off. Cheda. The attachment rope to the mundane objects is being cut off by your hand. That kind of hand you are having. Another interpretation can be Pasha and Ankusha. Cheda can be Ankusha. That is another interpretation. But I like this first interpretation. By your hand, you are cutting off all my attachment rope. Namaste, prostration. Prostration to the mother of the three worlds, the one who has moon as the ornament, destroyer of all sins, having abode on the banks of river Kampa, to be known by all the Vedas. Your forms are eternal. You are of the form of Parameshwara. You are of the form of superior auspiciousness. And you cut off all attachment ropes to the mundane world by your hands. By your very hands you are cutting off. Prostration to you. Next.
पणत्काञ्ची काञ्चीपुरमणि विपञ्चिलयजरी शिरकम्पा कम्पा वसतिरनुकम्पा जलनिधिः घनश्यामा श्यामा कठिनकुचसीमा मनसि मे मृगाक्षी कामाक्षी हरनटन साक्षी विहरतात्.
So there is a prayer here for meditating on Devi. He says, then first he starts with description, then he prays for meditation. Kvanat Kanchi. Kanchi is the waist ornament, that mekhala. So with your waist ornament, with that Odyana, Kvanat, it is making sounds. There are bells, you are making sounds with that beautiful sound, tingling sound with that waistband. Kanchipuramani Vipanchi Layajhari Shirakkampa. Shirakkampa means you are nodding your head. You are nodding your head when you listen to the Veena. Mani Vipanchi, gem-studded Veena, Layajhari. The sounds which are coming in from that Veena, Jhari, in the form of a river, in the form of a pravaha, in the form of a stream, in the form of a stream, when the sound comes from the gem-studded Veena, where it comes? Kanchipura, in Kanchipuram. That means Kanchipuram, either she is playing Veena or somebody else is playing Veena, and she is listening and nodding her head in appreciation. Kampa Vasatihi, having your abode in on banks of Kampa river, residing in Kampa river. Anukampa Jalanidhi. Jalanidhi means ocean. Ocean of Anukampa. Anukampa means compassion. Coming down, when we see a poor person, our heart melts. That is called Anukampa. When you see a poor person, if your heart melts, that is Anukampa. So she is ocean of compassion. Ghanashyama. She is black like clouds, dark complexion like cloud. That is the form we are contemplating now. Shama means young girl, beautiful young girl, slender woman is called Shama. Kathina Kucha Seema. With the area of Seema means zone of hard bosom. With the zone, her bosom area is hard. Mrigakshi, her eyes are like deer, deer-eyed. That is the beauty of the women. Kamakshi, Haranatana Sakshi. She is the witness of the dance of Shiva. Hara is Shiva. She is the witness of the dance of Shiva. Always, every day during Pradosha time, Shiva dances and Devi witnesses. That is not the only one. During Pralaya time, when everything has been destroyed, Shiva dances. And who is witnessing the dance? Only Devi. So, Maheshwara Mahakalpa Mahatandava Sakshini. That is what Lalita Sahasranama says. This is that Mahakalpa Mahatandava. When the Pralaya comes at the end of the Kalpa, there is a big dance, Mahatandava, done by Maheshwara. And who is the Sakshini for that? Only Devi. Haranatana Sakshi. Me Manasi Viharatat. Let her sport in my mind. Let her sport in my mind. Who should sport in my mind? Devi, who is making tingling beautiful sounds with her waist ornament, who nods her head in appreciation of the stream of sound coming from the gem-studded Veena in Kanchipuram, who has her abode near Kampa river, and who is the ocean of compassion, who is having dark complexion like clouds, who is a young, beautiful woman, whose bosom area is hard, and whose eyes are deer-like, Kamakshi, who is the witness of the Tandava dance of Parameshwara. Let her sport in my mind. That is a prayer. Next.
समर विजय कोटि साधकानंद धाटी मृदुगुण परिपेटी मुख्य कादंबवाटी मुनिनुत परिपाटी मोहिता जांडकोटी परम शिव वधूटी पातुमा कामकोटी.
This is a very celebrated shloka, sung daily in our puja in Matham. Many people know this shloka. Samara Vijaya Koti. Koti means the limit. Just as Kama Koti means the limit of Kama, that is moksha. That means this is the limit of victory in war. Summarize war. What is the war? What is the victory? We always have a war with evil forces which are residing in our mind. We don't have to look for external enemies. We have all the 6 enemies in our mind, and we all keep constantly fighting with them. So who will give us victory in that? Only Devi can give us victory. So she is the ultimate victory in all the wars that we keep fighting. Sadhakananda Dhati. Dhati means stream. A flow, a heavy flow is called dhati, a flood of bliss for sadhakas. See, when you advance in sadhana, you always get ananda. Everybody knows that. When you have completed a certain sankalpa, I will do Parayana of Lalita Sahasranama today, and you have completed, you get a certain ananda. When you go and take a sankalpa, no, I will go and present Lalita Sahasranama in the presence of Acharya Swamiji, you do that, then you get a special ananda. So every sadhana has got an ananda. So that ananda, who provides? The flood of ananda, not just ananda, flood of ananda is provided to all the aspirants, all the sadhakas. Only thing is you have to make a sadhana. She cannot make your sadhana. Only if you make your sadhana, she is ready with her bliss. Mriduguna paripeti. She is the treasure of soft qualities. Paripeti means a box. She is the treasure box of soft qualities. There is no harshness in her. Only you have to do prostration. She is all compassion. Mukhya Kadamba Vati. Her main abode in Kadamba forest. In Manidvipa, there is a Kadamba forest. There, her main abode is there. That's the Mukhya. That means she is present everywhere, but Devi, who is present everywhere, must be having some special presence somewhere. Where is that? In Manidvipa, in Kadamba Vati. Muninuta Paripati, worshipped by Munis in succession, without break. That means one after the other, Paripati means succession. One after the other, Munis come and pray to her. There is no time when Munis are not praying to her. That is the meaning. That means because Munis, what is their main occupation? Praying only. So Muninuta Paripati, Mohita Ajanda Koti. Ajanda is Brahmanda. One name of Brahma is Aja. Aja means unborn, who is not born. He is Swayambhu. Brahma is not created by anybody. He is Swayambhu. So he is called Ajaha. Ajanda, Brahmanda. All these universes are called Brahmandas, you know, like an anda, like an egg. That is why it's called Brahmanda, the shape of an egg. So all these Brahmandas are mohita, deluded. All these Brahmandas are deluded by crores of Brahmandas, koti is crore here. Crores of Brahmandas are being enchanted, deluded by Devi. Paramashiva Vadhuti. She is the consort of Parameshwara. Vadhu has got a special meaning. Consort we have seen in so many other places. Vadhu means young girl who is just married. That is why Vara Vadhu we say during marriage. The boy is called Vara, the girl is called Vadhu. So same term is used here. That means she is always young. She is always newly married. Every day we are celebrating the marriage of Shiva and Parvati, isn't it? So she is ever young, ever 16. So Paramashiva Vadhuti, young consort of Parameshwara, Kamakoti we know, Mam Pathu, let her protect me. That is the prayer. So this is a description which summarizes all the earlier descriptions. That's why he has put it at the end. She is the ultimate victory in all our wars. She is the flood of bliss for all the aspirants in all the sadhanas. She is the very treasure of soft qualities. Her main abode is in Kadamba Vana, and she is always worshipped by succession of munis, and she enchants, subjects to moha, crores of Brahmandas, and she is the young, newly married consort of Parameshwara, and she is Kamakoti, the very limit of Kama, that is moksha. We have seen before, Kamakshi Vilasa says, even if you are present in the area of Kamakshi, you are granted moksha. Even if you don't ask for moksha, even if you ask for something else, you are granted moksha if you are just present in Kamakshi area in Kanchipuram. So that is Kamakoti. Mam Patu, let her protect me. Next.
इमं परवरप्रदं प्रकृतिपेशलं पावनो परः परचिदाकृति प्रकटनप्रदीपायितुं स्तवं पठति नित्यदा मनसि भावयन् अम्बिकां जपैरलमलं मखैः अधिगदेहसं शोषणैः
This is Phalashruti, 102nd shloka, last shloka of Stuti Shatakam. This is Phalashruti. Imam Paravara Pradam, this stotra, which gives superior varas, superior boons, Paravara, not ordinary boons. The best of boons you can get by reading this stotra. Prakriti Peshalam, beautiful by nature. Peshalam means beautiful. It is not artificially beautiful. The poet has not made any special effort to make it beautiful because poet was a Mooka before and all these slokas have come out of his mouth by Devi's grace. We know that. So naturally they are sweet by nature because this is Devi's creation itself. Pavanam, it is purifying. Once you read this, your mind will become purified. Parapara Chidakriti Prakatana Pradipayitam. This shloka is not ordinary shloka. This is light, Pradipa. It is a beautiful Deepa, beautiful light. Light means it has to show something, isn't it? This light, these shlokas show something. What does it show? It shows Devi, Prakatana. Prakatana means showing, showing very well. What does it show? Parapara Chidakriti. Para, Apara, Chit, Akriti. Para and Apara are the means of knowing Devi. Chit, Akriti is Devi. Chitakriti is the goal. That is the form of Chit. Chit has no form, but here he says Chit Akriti, form of Chit. What is the form of consciousness? That is Devi's form. Kamakshi, who is radiant in Kanchipuram, is actually Chit Akriti. It is not a stone. It is consciousness who has taken that form. That is what he says. Chit Akriti has taken that form, consciousness having taken that form. And what is the means of knowing her? Para Apara. That means the Brahman and Maya. You should know both Brahman and Maya. You should negate Maya and go to Brahman. And if you keep doing that, then you will understand that Chitakriti. And how can I see that Chitakriti? By these shlokas which are providing the light. Savam, this stotra, Imam Savam. Imam was is this stotra. Pathati Nityada, the one who reads every day. Manasi, just not reading, thinking of something else. So he is very careful there. Manasi bhavayanne ambikam. Manasi ambikam bhavayanne. Meditating on Ambika in your mind. Meditating on Ambika in your mind. Nityada pathati. One who studies every day. For him, this is what happens. What happens? It becomes a light. Pradipayatam. So that description is over. What happens if you read this? That light is there. Because of the light, you are provided the means, and you are provided the means, you will reach the goal. All that he has told in that Parapara Chidakriti Prakatanam Pradipayatam. Now he says, okay, I have read this shloka. Is it enough, or do I have to do something else? No, you don't have to do anything else. Japaihi alam alam. Alam means enough. Enough, enough. He says twice. Japa, no other japa is required. You have done enough japa. Japas are enough. Makhaihi alam alam. Makha means yaga. Yagas are enough. You don't have to do any more yaga. Adhika deha samshoshanaihi. You don't have to torture your body. Samshoshana means torturing. Samshoshana. So, drying up. Shoshana is drying up. Don't dry up your body. Adhika, don't dry up your body too much by upavasa and all that. Don't torture your body. All that is not required. Yaga is not required. Japa is not required. Does it mean that we stop all japa, all yagas, all upavasas? It doesn't mean that. It means this is only a way of expressing the Phalashruti of this stotra. See, always there is a practice of putting something on a higher pedestal. At that time, they show the other thing in a lower pedestal. So it doesn't mean that we stop all this. It only means that this stotra, if we do a proper reading with meditation of Ambika, then we will get the same result of all the japas, all the yagas, all the upavasas. That is the meaning. Same result you will get if you do this properly. So this stotra, one who studies every day, with keeping meditation of Ambika in mind. This stotra is giver of the superior boons, beautiful by nature, purifying, and it is a superior lamp which shows the para and apara, and it shows the Devi's form as Kitu. So enough of japa, enough of yaga, enough of torturing the body, upavasa, etc. Read this stotra. So that is how he concludes Stuti Shatakam. In Stuti Shatakam, 102 slokas, the entire form of Devi from head to foot is taken up for imagery and praise, including Kataksha, including Mandasmita, including Padaravinda. All that is taken up here. Now they are giving separate shatakas for the sake of further meditation. Now, her Leelas, her love of Shiva, all that is covered in Stuti Shataka. As usual, there are plenty of imageries as a lamp, just now we saw, as Jyoti, as jewel, as even plantain tree, as river, as Abhisarika, woman, as Tilakam, as lightning, as compassion, as Chintamani, as Kamadhenu, and in most shlokas, as an indescribable object, something beyond description. All these imageries are there, and there are a lot of prayers. Prayers for darshan, prayer for compassion, prayer for relief from misery, prayer for mastery of poetry, prayer for meditation, prayer for jnana, prayer for sarupyam. All these prayers are covered in Stuti Shataka. Great. By Acharya's grace, we have been able to complete Stuti Shataka. Now we close this proceedings of today. We invite questions.
Any questions, please?
Any questions?
Go ahead, Rajni.